Yo, the Takeaway Podcast is designed to educate and uplift outside the realm of the pulpit. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time.
And while y'all at it, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I want you to be the first to be notified when we drop new content. And remember to hit that like button. It's free 99. Why not? And while you at it, share it. We want this to get out to Lottie Dottie and everybody.
Oh, to God,
This how you bet you.
unchanging hand.
You got to drive it. Hey, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the Takeaway Podcast, and we are excited to be here with you. I'm Pastor Jay, and
I'm Chris.
yeah, Big Chris.
Big Chris.
Yeah.
Not the little one.
Yeah, Big Chris. At the end of the day, we have with us my main man, a young man. I ain't been old all my life. A young man that with us today by the name of Jeremy Jetson. Yeah.
Jeremy R. Judson.
Jeremy R. Jetson.
What's your middle name?
Like the Jetsons?
S.
Shaquille.
Shaquille.
Like
Jeremy.
Shaq.
Like that.
Okay.
Jeremy
Can't go wrong
X.
with a name like that.
And y'all
Judson.
see for those who not listening, for those who watching, you see he wore his Wade cap last night.
Yes,
you know
Oh, they
nigga, it's
fuck.
wavy
Seen
up
that?
there
Right.
too,
I
boy.
ain't
Soft
seen it.
brush or hard brush?
Hard
Brush.
hard
Okay,
brush.
Murray's the orange can or the
No grease.
No
You don't
grease.
use
No
no
grease.
grease?
Okay.
Oh, you got some Indian.
he
grease.
light skin. Yeah.
Hair food, probably.
Hair
The
food.
hair food.
Hair-
Oh, the hair food.
Hair food.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
that natural stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Hey, so man, I've been dying to have this conversation with you, because I got some background information. You know, for those who don't know, I'm Jeremy's pastor. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's hard. You know what I'm saying?
It's
He
hard
make
out
my
here.
job real hard. No, I'm playing. But I got some background information, and I think I want to say I admire you, man. Before we turn loose today, I admire you. Man. I admire your journey. I've been with you for a little bit of it, but you've been with you all your life, right?
For
I've
sure.
been with you a piece of your life,
Yeah.
right? And man, I just want to say I'm proud of you from the jump of this for giving us the time today, and just for the work you've been putting in. Yeah. And man, I really want to say this at the beginning too, man. Like the penguins on your shirt go
Yeah,
hard.
that's fly.
Like, is that a flamingo?
I wish,
Or is that a
I
penguin?
wish that they
Flamingo.
could get a close up of the shoes.
Hold on,
dog.
bro. Don't worry.
The
Don't worry about
loafers,
that man's
the
shoes.
loafers,
You can we
dog,
start
they
with
go
the
hard.
flamingo.
Yeah, my
Because
bad.
he's wearing a hoodie, and
Yeah.
because he's wearing a hoodie, you
Oh.
want to talk about
Y'all want me to
But-
be y'all want me to be real about the hoodie though? It's not a hoodie, it's like a sweatshirt with a hood on it. But y'all
Okay.
want me to be real about it
You
though?
ain't got a haircut,
I don't have a haircut.
and you ain't comb your hair.
And I don't
You
have a
sponging
hat.
it?
I didn't have a hat.
You-
So I
to
had
turn
to do
backwards.
something. Yeah, I had to do something.
Well, you got to think on your feet, man. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do.
You right.
When you're doing 8-8, Jeremy, tell me something about yourself, man. How old are you?
Oh man, I'm 31 years old.
31.
Yeah, 31. I'll
Wow.
be 32 this year.
Okay. When's your birthday?
10/14/1992.
10/14. Wow. October.
October.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Jeremy. They call me Fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh.
Yeah.
You can tell by the flamingo shirt.
Why they call you Fresh?
I don't
I
even
ain't
know.
never asked you that.
I don't
Why
even
they call
know.
you
It's just a
Fresh?
name that stuck with me
Got you.
all my life.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fresh.
Like, that's
Fresh
been
one.
it.
That's
Like,
been it.
You had
Elementary.
It's a
waves all
couple
your
more.
life?
It's a couple more names, but it ain't.
yeah,
you know,
it's not
it's
worth
not
repeating.
worth repeating.
For all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
not on the podcast. You had them waves all your life though. That's
Nah,
probably
really,
where it came from.
Really, man. This hair just came like this in prison. Like,
Oh.
programs, I would say. Programs.
okay.
That's all we do is brush our hair.
Oh, okay.
With the plastic bag game.
Yeah.
You know something about that?
No,
Nah,
I
he don't know
have
nothing
no- I
about that.
have
We don't
no
ever want
idea
to
about
introduce him to that life.
Yeah.
You don't know about the plastic
No,
bag.
I
though.
don't know
Tell him
anything
about the
about the
plastic bag,
plastic
man. This
bag
you
gonna
do.
lay it down.
You
The
hear about
friction.
this. You don't have to do this.
Yeah.
Friction.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because in the county, you ain't got no brushes.
Yeah.
Well, at least I don't know what you got now. But in the county, all you got is a chip bag.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that's going to do it.
Okay, that's
Chip
gonna
bag.
get you
Chip
right.
bag.
Chip bag.
Yeah, get your Frito bag.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
A chip bag.
A chip bag.
flip it inside out. Make sure all the grease and salt out of them.
Yeah, don't just put grease and salt in
Yeah,
there.
man.
Not
You don't
that
want
type of
that.
grease, man. Not that type of
Nah, no Publix bag ain't gonna work. Publix bag ain't gonna work.
Nah,
See,
it's
some of
like-
y'all think y'all from the hood, but then y'all would have went and got a Publix bag.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
First
You
of
from
all,
Vieira, okay?
yeah.
You from Vieira.
Your
Hey,
man's got to have.
But
Thank
on
you very
a
much,
serious note, like y'all know each other from like the neighborhood or whatever. Y'all, you guys knew each other.
Well, from Rockledge youth football, he probably don't remember me, but my dad.
Well, he
coached
used to
out
start,
there. Yeah,
and you didn't
well,
play.
I mean, first of all, you can check the facts. Ask any coaches. Chris
Ask him
started.
what?
Chris started all.
Because your daddy was the coach?
No, I was a little bit heavier back then.
Oh,
I was a
God.
little bit heavier back then.
So you were bigger than other kids,
So I
and
started
he changed
on the
your
offensive line.
You was probably a division up.
No, I wasn't that big.
Okay.
You older than him.
No, I'm not a division up. I was probably out of the league by the time.
By the time yeah.
Maybe, but my pops, you know what I'm
remember
saying?
your dad.
Yeah,
Dad was
he
the coach
was.
out there.
Yeah, he was the coach.
Shout out to Drodney,
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
pastor,
Pastor,
elder.
Yeah,
Mm.
but that's where
The
you
mount.
first came up on my radar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking you those questions. Like, do
Zion.
you remember
Orthodox.
any statistics from
Not
when
Mount
when
Zion.
y'all used to run it back then? Because I had to tell him anytime, you know what I'm saying, you share a backfield with a phenomenal running back like Chevelle Bowie,
Shout out. To
and shout out to Bowie. Anytime you share the backfield with somebody like that and your name is still rings a bell,
Yeah.
you're doing something.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask for some stats, but we don't remember because it was a long time
It was a
ago.
while ago, man.
It's
But
all-
Chevelle Mama used to record all our games. I'm pretty sure I got to link up. I need to see that.
Do that.
I need to, because that's
It may
something I
be
ain't
some
seen.
YouTubes out
Yeah,
there.
it might be
I
something
don't
out
even
there.
know.
Yeah. Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
A little
Well,
bit more.
Man, me, I'm well, in the beginning.
In the beginning,
In the-
we going back to the beginning.
You going
God
back that
created the
far.
heavens and the earth.
Yeah. Man, me, I would say that, I came from the streets. Back then, I was out there like 11. I would say 11. 11 years old, that's when it started for me. Made a couple of choices that I really ain't too proud of. You know what I'm saying? But
How somebody get out there at 11? I mean, I know this stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm talking for these people.
the environment, man. I was raised like I'm from 800s, 800s right up the road. Where you had Atlanta, that you was on the street right next to us, Bristol.
Yeah.
So that's what I was. The environment I was raised in, kind of like.
But when I came,
ushered
y'all
me
was all
that way.
gone from over there. When I got to Brevard, y'all was all gone from over there.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like, they said it used to be pretty rough over there,
Yeah, it was pretty.
and y'all live there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
And
lived
you're
there
the
for a while.
only child.
No, I got a little brother.
Oh yeah, you do got a little brother. You do
Yeah,
got a little
Aaron,
brother. You do
yeah,
got a little brother.
yeah.
How much younger than you?
2 years apart.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Aaron 2 years apart.
Okay. So he bigger than you too.
Yeah, he way
Yeah,
bigger than me.
he's taller than you. He's taller
Mm-hmm.
than you. So jumped off the porch, got in some trouble, started doing things at age 11, and then what?
And then
Programs.
program had done really like kind of matured me in a sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
How many programs you think you went to off the top of your head?
only went to one.
You only went to one program, one time?
Level 8, yeah.
Okay. How long did you stay?
11 months.
Okay.
11 months.
How old were you? How old you think you were about then?
I was 17.
Okay.
I was 17.
Okay.
Well, I went in at 16. I got out at 17.
Okay. So you didn't keep getting arrested. You was just out there.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't keep going to juvenile.
No, I only did 21 days. Like 2 times.
2 times.
The first time, and then the second time I had to wait on the program. So it was like,
Got you. 21 days used to go hard though.
yeah, it was a rough.
Yeah, but it was only 21 days.
But that was a long 21
That was
days.
a long time, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so you get out of this program. You 17.
Mm.
Who you live with?
Me and my mom.
Okay.
Me and my mom.
Always just you and mom.
Always.
You ever live with anybody else?
Nah.
Grandmama, aunties.
No.
You may go visit somebody, but it's always just you and mama.
Yeah.
And your brother.
And my brother.
Okay. Now you and your brother had the same dad.
No, we got different dads.
Okay. All right. So you get out 17. Like, what is that? Like, what you looking at like in life, like how you living.
I was living rough. At 17,
Yeah,
yeah, it was still the same thing.
yeah,
It was still the same thing. Thought I knew it all,
yeah,
but you know, unfortunately, I didn't.
yeah. That's how it go.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't remember when we met. I just know it's been a little minute. I
yeah,
think it's before you went to prison
yeah,
this last time.
yeah.
You been to prison how many times?
Once,
Once. So
once.
before you went to prison, it was before you went to prison. And how long did you do?
I did 3 years in prison.
Okay. You've been out how long?
I've been out 5 years.
That's crazy.
That's the longest I ever been out.
Ever been out of
Yeah.
of being
Like
incarcerated
that scratch, 5 year scratch
since 17
since 17.
and you 31.
I'm 31.
That's a big deal, man.
That's huge.
That's a big deal. It's not just a big deal that you out. It's a big deal, and that's I try to label this stuff before I get on, but really we can't, because as men and as human beings, we gonna go through changes or transitions, and I think what excites me about you the most, and really what I want to get into in this conversation is those transitions, those changes, those like there's a lot of changes you had to make in order to sit on the couch today and be the man that you are, right?
For sure.
So what are they? What are some ones that come off the top of your head?
From transitions?
For different transitions that you needed to make,
I was transitioned from the streets, you know what I'm saying, to a working man, a family man, a drug dealer to employee.
Yeah, like you file income taxes and stuff.
Never
now.
tried, never
That's-
did. I didn't even
that's
know
crazy.
what that was.
That's crazy. Like you got a real driver's license.
Right.
Had you had a driver's license before?
I did,
Back in
man.
the
When
day?
I got
Okay.
out the program, I had to take the test like 5 times.
Okay,
But I was
okay.
winging it though.
Yeah.
I was winging it. I thought I
You
knew
didn't read the
everything,
book,
so I
you
ain't
was
never read
just-
the book. I used to
okay.
go up there every
You
day
just
and
went-
try it until I finally, man, I ain't gonna pass. Let me read this book.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Because of course, people who watch this know I have a criminal background and stuff too. Dibble and dabble was in the streets and different things, but it's like the stuff that I'm not proud of. Also, there was also responsibilities placed on me that at 11 years old, being in the streets, people hear that and they say, "Man, that's so bad," and it is. But at the same time, there's life lessons and experiences you learn that are invaluable. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get loyalty from the church people. I got loyalty from the street people, right? But that doesn't mean you have to go to the streets to be loyal. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But from 11 to 17, what are some of those things that, even though you regret it, right? You wish you don't want your son to go through it.
Yeah.
Those things that you've learned and gleaned along the way. And I know Chris got a question too, but what are some of those things that you would say even though I learned it there, it still worked today?
That's a hard question.
That's a hard question. I want you to dig in and think about it. Because think about it. It's stuff that you learned out there that you still believe now. It's things you learn, like I gave one. I said loyalty. Loyalty is huge to me.
Yeah.
Like it come up almost in every other real conversation I have. Like loyalty is major to me. Like disloyalty,
Punishable.
yeah. Like I don't know. I had a conversation about it this week, and it was like, do you think this person is the right person? I'm like, I think they could be. Well, do you think it could work? I'm like, I think it could work, but if they keep lying,
Yeah, that's huge.
what we gonna do with lying? If they lying,
Yeah.
I don't know how to make adjustments because they lying.
Yeah.
They could
That's
look
one
me in the
thing
face
right
and tell
there.
me one thing. Yeah.
Keeping your word, man. That's all you got. And I learned that young too, cause you dealing with people like you
Dealing with product and people.
you gotta be able to hold your
Yeah.
bargain. You know what I mean? But definitely like keeping your word, being a man of your word, and being just honorable, like straightforward. Like this is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's only one.
Yeah, that's a big one though.
That's a huge one.
Yeah.
That's really big.
What would be for you?
What?
A big one, a non-negotiable, no matter if you learn in a good environment or a bad environment. What would be that word or that you don't need five. but
You don't
that-
need 5, you need 1.
Yeah.
Man, I would have to say reciprocity is a big one to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
You reap
it's-
what you sow type
you-
deal.
Yeah, you reap what you sow, but also I can't be dumping in you if you can't. Well, I can't say if you can't pour back, but I put it like this: my reward for helping somebody is seeing you get up. It's seeing you better yourself.
Mhm.
If I'm pouring into you and you not at least showing me that you're trying, because I know one of my major, I would say it's a strength, but it's also a kind of liability is that I'm an enabler.
Okay.
And I'll pour and I'll pour and I'll pour and just maybe this or maybe that, and I'll pour and I'll pour and now I'm depleted and I don't have nothing else.
But we also learned
Mm-hmm.
sidebar. Also learned in the training yesterday
Yeah.
about being an enabler and the benefits
Yeah.
of being an enabler
Absolutely.
to know how to help people with the right
Yeah, that's
process.
a-
There's
that's
a negative connotation to that
Absolutely.
as well.
That was the first time I've ever heard that ever put in a positive light.
Oh,
so that helped
absolutely.
me.
Shout out to
you know.
Clint.
Shout out to Clint.
and Working Genius
man.
and
But,
all of that. Yeah.
I just listening to Brother Fresh here say that, you know what I'm saying?
Reverend
a big-
Fresh.
Brother
Rev.
Fresh.
Rev.
But just hearing him saying that that keeping your word is an important part to manhood. Well, what does manhood look like to Jeremy Fresh?
Man, look like for me. See,
At 31.
At 31. Ooh, at 31.
I feel like I'm just not like getting there. Like before I went to prison, I was still immature. Like I was still dependent upon, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But now, manhood looks like what I'm doing now. Like waking up, providing for my family each and every day. That's my why, my family. Yeah, that's my
good.
why. That's why I get up out of bed every morning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to prison for a minute. No,
Yeah.
before we go to prison, I'm trying to figure out when I met you. So,
Man,
so you've been out 5 years.
I've been out 5 years.
You did 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's 8 years.
That's 8.
Right? I can count a little bit. So that means you were 28 at that time. No? 28?
What? I got out.
You've been out 5 years. You're
5
31.
31.
You've been out 5 years.
Mhm.
Okay, so we 26, right?
About 26.
26.
26.
Okay, you did 3 years. So you went to prison, you was 23.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I knew you before you went to prison.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He's still trying to put a date on it.
I couldn't tell you how long. I would say, man, I was about 21, man.
Yeah.
Cause you was on
We was at the school having church.
nah, this was right off of Fifth.
Okay, we was on Fist.
Right.
Okay.
You know, I used to how old I was, like 22.
Yeah, somewhere in there. You used to come with Ren and
Me ran,
Black.
Molly.
A few people. Yeah. Hey, you remember that time? We ain't gonna go into detail. You remember that time you was in the car? You had a wreck.
What you talking about? I don't know.
You don't remember that
I
time?
was
You was in the car. You
No
just like
face,
had like
no
an accident
case.
or something.
No.
It was
face,
like
no
it was like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
I don't think
man.
we've ever talked about that.
We
since
didn't.
That,
We couldn't.
that was before you went to prison, but you called me.
I did.
Yeah, we went to grandmama's house, and
It was a bunch.
You don't remember that?
I don't.
you don't even remember this. Like we ain't
I
finna
done
go
had a couple wrecks.
further. Yeah, but it was like way before you. It was like right before you went to prison, like because you caught a few charges back to back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was like, yep, you wrecked the car and everything. But anyway, so you go to prison,
I go to prison.
normal, like you go to prison.
Right.
Like, do you remember like your relationship with God, or because it was
Yeah.
crazy? Because people hear that, they'll watch and they look funny, like, oh, he's in the streets. Oh, but he went to church. Oh, you know, and the pastor wouldn't seen him 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, but they ain't talking about it. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing illegal going on. You know what I'm saying? But people like, they don't know, so they don't know. So we talk, right? So we kind of having this conversation with them.
Oh, I think I do remember now.
Yeah, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so do you say anything? Because your transition started way back then.
That's what I'm saying.
You were coming. Sometimes you was high. Sometimes you was.
I was all the way.
Yeah. But you was coming,
I was
bro.
definitely coming.
And you was trying.
Way back then, though. Still in the street, still willing and dealing. I used to grab the little homies, and they used to be in the with me.
I was gonna say, you used to bring people with you too. It wasn't like, oh, we bringing friends. No, you were bringing people with you, like people that ain't going think of. They fit in nowhere else, right? Late, sitting in the front. Y'all used to come sit in the front late, like 8 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and do you remember conversation you had with God or conversation you had with people about changing, and what were they?
Yeah, man, I remember, I'm gonna tell you how, like, the conversation I had with God. The night I went to jail, man.
Yeah, because you've told me, so I just wanted to,
I always had a relationship with Christ, but back then I felt like kind of isolated, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like our relationship had done diminished a little bit, so I got on my knees, prayed a fervent prayer for Christ to like reconcile our relationship. And from then, like, I went to jail the same night, but it took that for me to have a reconciliation with Christ.
You went to jail and you ended up going to prison.
I went to jail and ended up going to prison.
Your first time, your last time. That was going to be
time
your only. There's going to be no more time.
For sure, yeah.
That's it.
No more times.
No more time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because, so, where you went?
To my
in prison. Where you went?
I was in Hamilton County.
Okay, so you did 5 years.
No, I did 3
How long?
years.
You did 3 years. How long were you in the county?
I did a year in there and 2 years in prison.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you in prison, and what was your job? Chris, this is going to be interesting.
I was a chapel orderly.
Okay.
Chapel orderly.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's crazy. I was working in the church. I was in prison.
Really?
Got handpicked type thing.
Am I allowed to ask how did that transpire? They knew nothing about you before then, and they were just like, he's gonna run the chapel.
Yeah, like crazy. Mr. Wilson, man, I remember my chapel. He hadn't just came there by the time I got there, right? So I used to go to church every day, sit in the front row and like take my notes, whatever. Cool dude, man. And I guess when he came in, they had already had their orderlies. But when he came in, he got his people like whatever, like the people who he see fit.
Right.
And I was one of them.
Wow.
And, he helped me tremendously in my walk and with with Christ.
What's the job of an orderly? What an orderly do?
It's to take care of the church. Like, I ain't on the musician, but stuff like that.
Like what? No, you got to break it down.
Like
they don't know.
I was like the librarian, taking a role, doing classes, teaching.
Okay. What was the classes you taught?
Wow.
It was something called. It was about Jesus, of course, but I forgot what it was called. Something Steps to Jesus or something like that.
Okay. And Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson.
Okay. Reb. Okay.
Reb.
Okay. So Mr. Wilson was the chaplain.
He was the chaplain.
You were his orderly, right? And you would take people requests to read certain books or certain Bible studies, whatever you would teach. How many days a week was that?
I used to do that like twice a week.
Okay.
Teach a class twice a week, but I was there every day.
Like, so for those who've never been to prison, don't go. So unless you're going to visit, right? So that was your job.
That was my job in prison.
Like people cut grass, like the people work in the kitchen. You went to church.
I went to church every day.
And work with the preacher.
Right.
Okay. And flow with the people. What's going on through your mind while this is happening?
I'm just trying to get home, really.
You trying to get home,
but everything was like working out, man. Like this is what I prayed. Like I couldn't see it at the time,
what
but
you prayed in your bath
in the bathroom
in the
floor,
bathroom
yeah,
floor
that
at the house.
Congress prayer I
Yeah,
prayed,
yeah.
this
It's
was
happening in prison.
It was happening.
Were any of your homeboys in that same?
Nah, I wasn't there. Not my homeboys, but I knew it was a couple people from home.
Okay, but nobody you was close with.
No.
So you kind of ducked off, like you were kind of like set aside.
Yeah, for sure.
If I was preaching sanctified, you set apart for a purpose, right? I'm saying that because Chris went to college.
Right.
You went to prison.
Right.
I went to jail. Looking like I was going back to prison. But we all had our transitions. And it all made us the people we are.
Absolutely.
And God puts us in places, man.
Ooh.
And he put people around us. And he exposed us to environments we never thought we would be in.
Yeah.
What do you think about that exposure that God exposed you, bruh, before you ever really, really got down 2 toes, 10 toes down with the real church and, all of this stuff. Like, and we ain't even talked about some of that stuff. You got it in prison.
Yeah, you was going through a process even then. That's crazy. That remind me of one of them old time hymns.
Here we go.
It's wait. Come on now. This is perfect for the conversation because it's like, it says, listen, it says time is filled with swift transitions. We're not talking about transitions right now. And it says, not of earth unmoved can stand. Build your hopes on things eternal. Hold to God's unchanging hand.
Man, I believe that's one of the hymns we just sang.
Ooh,
We used to sing him before Pastor Wilson got there. That's all we used to sing was hymns.
Hymns.
Okay.
Yeah, out the book.
Y'all see,
out the book.
man, y'all see,
Hymns out the book.
I'm in the spirit on a podcast. Y'all better leave me alone. No, but I just said that because that made me think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying, when he was talking about the transitions and we are going through things and we don't even realize that God is already setting us up for what's next.
Right.
We, like, when I was in college, boy, I was so broke. I was so broke, I ain't know what to do. I was eating cup noodles from the gas station. I ain't never lived like that before. Not saying that was the most terrible part, but while I was there, I got a chance to work for larger ministries and stuff. Like, it was crazy because I had stopped going to church. And the facility where I was working at, the church ended up moving into the facility. And we were doing all of their production and stuff like that, and I was able to see that. Now, a lot of that stuff that I was doing at that point, trying to run from the church.
The church came to your job.
The church came to my job.
What was, like a theater or something?
Yeah, it was a theater. I was working at the school's theater. It was a huge. I had never seen anything like it before. It was new to me. I had always been doing the audio and the music stuff, but it shifted into a much larger. It shifted into a much larger deal, and now I can see myself doing a lot of the things in our church now has made a lot of transitions now, and it's starting to move into a more production, not more production, but production is starting to poke its head out. So now I can see. I was
so
like,
he was
wow.
getting groomed.
I was getting groomed while I was down there trying to run. I ain't want to go back to church.
I think that's a good segue. So Mr. Wilson set you up. Did you ever ask him why he set you up?
Nah,
y'all never had that
We
conversation?
used to chop it up, but I never asked him why.
Okay.
I'm quite sure you just seen my dedication, like I was coming every time them doors was open before I got the job. I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Did have you talked to Wilson since you got out?
I haven't, man.
You suck.
He
Why you ain't talk to that man?
I need to reach out, right?
You've been out 5 years.
No,
you don't
left,
think?
man, the man he told me he had like 30 jobs. He's only there for a year.
Okay.
And he left by the time I left.
Okay.
So
Before
like,
you left, he left.
Before I left.
So you don't know how to find him.
I don't know how to.
They
Find
got them
him.
little things now.
It's something, yeah.
Yeah.
He locatable.
So would you say that Mr. Wilson was he was a mentor?
Yeah, I would say he was a mentor, man.
Absolutely.
I spent it's like a year with him. He was a mentor.
Yeah, he helped shape your memory. Who are or what are some other things that help shape you into the man you are today?
Some other things that helped me shape me to the man I am. You of course. Uh,
I get it.
another one. Another one is my coach, Michael Cordor. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike.
Cador. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You know, and the things that I went through,
Mhm.
the things that I seen, that really helped shape me to be the man who I am.
Yeah. Hey, so you work, you have a job, you
Yeah.
file taxes,
Yeah.
you go to work early in the morning.
4
Super
days
early.
in the morning.
Yeah.
4 days.
No, at working hours, Chris, not too early in the morning.
That's super early.
Chris like to work till the sun go down.
He has to be
We
there
like to
at
work
4.
when
You
the
have to
sun-
be there at 4.
Around 5. 5.
No, man. Yeah, not saying no, but yeah, bro. I admire you for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You was
I'm
your
an early bird.
yeah, you was your own boss for a long time. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You probably didn't, to hit the block. You probably ain't get up that early.
I was always
You was up
bird,
early?
yeah.
Yeah.
Get up, get my coffee. Same thing, just a different game. Same thing.
Got your coffee. Your coffee like an old
Yeah.
man.
You
Same
drunk
thing,
coffee?
different
Were you out there in the car with your coffee?
Literally in my grandma's yard reading scriptures,
Mm.
Proverbs, waiting on a stick to call. Let me start y'all early.
It's the truth.
For real though.
It's the
I'm
truth.
for real.
I don't know how many nights I prayed.
Yeah.
Well, I was praying.
You was praying
It
hard.
wasn't Father God in the name. It wasn't that, but
What-
it was. Hey, protect me tonight.
Yeah, Lord, if you get me out
I'm
of
gonna
this.
go in when I get what I need to get in. You know, I got responsibility.
Oh, that's funny to me.
So you're a dad.
I'm a dad.
You're a dad of Jay.
Jeremy.
Tell me what you think about when you think about Jay. When you think about your junior.
My son,
Yeah.
man, he's a spitting image of me. He remind me of me so many ways. All you know what I'm saying? Everything is just like another me.
Yeah.
A mini me.
A mini me.
A mini me.
That's awesome.
It is.
That's awesome. And how old is he?
He's a 4.
Okay.
Just
He's
turned 4.
4. He's 4.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
so you see, I made him soon as I came home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been
You
out
waste no
5
time.
years. I ain't
Yeah.
wasting no time. Probably
Yeah.
like the first one.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, man.
So, I know this is a little this on topic, but it's not on the thing. They're not gonna see this. Was it and is it still intimidating for you?
What?
Moving into fatherhood.
Yeah, man. Because I never knew. I still don't know my dad. So it's you know what I'm saying. I going into it, I really didn't know how I was winging it.
Yeah.
You know, still is.
Mm.
But
No, you doing it. It don't
It
look
do
like
look
you.
like-
It
oh,
don't look
okay,
like you
okay,
winging
okay,
it,
okay.
bro. It
Yes.
look like you. It look like you've been doing.
Yeah.
It's like you've been there before.
yeah,
It look like you've been there before, man. Just seeing, when you have him in church, just y'all relationship. I see how you be talking to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if he ever fall or something like, man, get up. You all right, man? Get up. You all right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just saying. So it's just like,
That's
oh, because I'm not there yet. I'm 36 and 0. You know.
You say 36.
Yeah, I'm 36 and 0, man. But and that
So stupid.
it's
is
because
retarded.
man, I think that I'm in my own head about it, but to see like brothers walking alongside with me and they got their sons, and I'm like, man, what am I doing out here? I guess I want to have all my ducks in a row. Do you ever get to feel like that?
Yeah, at times, but man, I guess as you go, they just line up.
You just figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
It just the cookie crumbles.
You can't unfigure it out, Joe.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like,
talking about-
ooh, like what am I
Trying to
doing?
wait for the perfect time.
Yeah,
perfect
I
time.
don't want to wait for the perfect time, but I just want to make sure that because like a lot of people always say, I never want my kids to go through what I went through. I mean, I ain't had it rough.
I mean, that,
But you know what it's like going to that refrigerator, ain't nothing in there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody know how that feels?
Yeah.
You ain't the only.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I never,
Absolutely know how it feel.
not knowing where, you know what I'm saying? I know that there was people that I could call, but you know what I'm saying? Just like wondering if them lights gonna be on when I get home. Do I have enough gas to get to where I'm going? Like, I never want them to feel that type of stuff. So I'm just like, man.
That's an amazing point and an amazing way to feel, and could be a reality for them. But that don't take away your experience and what you went through, because we went through certain things. We don't want our kids to deal with it. Which brings me to the part of, what do you want Jay's memories of you to be?
I want my son to have like great memories of me, as like a provider, someone that's loving, gentle, caring. See, I ain't grow up like that, so like I ain't have nobody pampering me. I wouldn't say. See, I'm from the street, but my son ain't gonna be from there. Like
That's right.
my mom, she did the best she could with what she had. Right,
Love mama.
she did a great job. But I ain't have no dad mentor, like I mean like a dad that I could follow and look up to. So I try to like be everything that I didn't have towards him.
Yeah.
And I want him to remember me as like like a father, like someone that he could talk to, like, you know what I'm saying, that I could just like help him through his through his upcoming.
So you set new memories, man. You recreating a narrative about men and your family, or how man walks and works with his son, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so we talked about all this generic stuff about, which was important, the change in the streets and, all the stuff on paper. We checked off all the boxes, right? But emotionally, mentally, spiritually, there weren't some porches you had to jump off. There were some mountains you had to climb. So you had friends, you had family members, you had this whole group of people around you who are not against you,
No.
but are not going in a direction
Right.
you're going in. It was so funny. I think this is a long time ago, before prison.
Yeah.
Didn't we go like fill out applications at the place?
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
The video came up on my
really?
deal.
Again?
So it was like you, Tay Black. It was like Sam before he got killed. It was Cynthia, a few other people, and we went to the JMI, and we went to fill out applications. Now you ain't never get hired there.
Yeah.
Did I
have the job?
Not when you got out.
No.
After prison, I'm talking before.
Before, I remember.
Did you?
I think I did. I was working there.
You did work there, what, for like a week or something?
Just a couple, probably like a week.
Okay.
Got a paycheck or two.
Okay. So now you get out, you come back, come to church, whatever, and then you looking for jobs or whatever before you had got that other job, before you at where you at now.
Right.
And I was like, I sent you right back to the same place.
Yeah. I was there for like 4 months.
But you hated it.
I ain't like
it. I didn't like it for you.
And before that, I helped build that building. I was on the roof. I helped do the roof on that building, that same building.
Why you using worker lease?
Okay. Before I went to prison. Like I helped when they was like building up out there.
Uh-huh.
I was working out there.
That's what's up. I think the part that I thought about just now that was so crazy. So like a bunch of people back in days in the street, so we go fill out applications at this place. You said you worked there. I don't remember. You go to prison. You come back, and it's like, I'm talking about the emotional transitions, all that kind of stuff. I asked you to really actually go, like, basically work at a dump. Go work in the trash.
Basically, that's what it was.
Go work in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't much money.
Mm-mm.
You were doing these classes for probation and all of this stuff. You was coming to church. I'm like, and you want to quit. You probably should have quit. I'm glad you didn't quit. I'm like, hey, man, you can't quit. Something else going to work out. Don't quit. But mentally, you working in the trash. Like, the smell is horrible. It's horrible. Dead rats, all kind of stuff just come. I'm like, what you trusted me, I guess, or you were just tired. I don't know. But I said, don't quit. Whatever you do, don't quit. I mean, you had all kind of reasons. How's they doing this? Man, they messed up my check. I said, man, or to your family, man, you're a working man. You remember that? Remember that conversation? Yeah, you got cool with Harold and some other ones there. But I mean, like, that was the deal. That job sucked.
It did.
But mentally, emotionally, you had to prove to yourself, I believe, not to me or others, that, man, I'm a working man. That's what I do. I'm stable, right? Like, what are some other like hoops you had to jump through to like? Because it ain't just the stuff we check off the box. It's a lot of times it takes mental, emotional, spiritual. It takes everything to really change, man, to really stay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I would say about that. Yeah, I got out of prison working. It was like $9.50. They tricked me. I thought it was $10. I could say at least $10 an hour. But it was $9.50, right?
Yeah.
I stayed there. And I was all right with it because I was fresh out of prison. I just come from a place where people were supporting me, like, you know what I mean. So for me to like get out and have a job where I'm bringing in income, it was a plus. But man, I stayed down with that, and God advanced me. I was there for like 4 months, and God advanced me to where I hadn't got a different job.
Who advanced you?
God.
Who advanced you?
God.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, he did.
No,
I just
where your
had
help
to,
come from.
yeah, I just had to show him that this is what I'm doing now, and like he opened them doors, and then it ain't stopped there. He opened another door to where I'm currently employed at.
Where does that grit come from? Where that grind, where that tenacity, where that dog come from? I mean, you worked in prison, but you was in the chapel, you was in the AC.
Yeah, for
You
real.
wasn't even on the road crew. You wasn't even in the kitchen.
Yeah.
How you get out and jump in the dumpster
Yeah,
when your homie selling dope and
yeah.
you know what I mean?
I just wanted to be done with that, man. I just wanted to be done with that. Try something different. Try something new. Like I could have easily resorted back to it was right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just ain't something that I wanted to do anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What was it ever? Was it a conversation that was had, like right before you got out, or once you were out, like a defining moment, like you had to say no, or you know what I'm saying, or you know,
It was a bunch of those.
yeah,
It was a bunch of those, but cause I was still I'm still me.
yeah,
Like I'm still me.
yeah,
So like I just stand on what I stand on,
Yeah.
man. You know, that was always right there. But you know, it's just I know I can't. I'm not gonna resort back to that. Like oh no, that AC blowing though. I can tell you that. That thing blowing.
yeah, working here.
It worked
Yeah, so
really
the
well.
studios, yeah, the AC work.
Yeah.
AC. Hey, Chris, and you could relate to this as well, but I mean, like, what are some goals, expectations, that you place on yourself now, and why?
Goals and expectations that I've placed on myself now. The biggie for me right now is to be a better manager. You know, y'all know you see me all the time with the Think and Grow Rich books and the Rich Dad Poor Dad, you know, and all of this stuff. But you know, at some point or another, it comes from being like you said, you got that tenacity. You're a dog. You're a worker. But at some point or another, you got to shift from being that worker, like I always knew to be, you know, to being able to trust people enough to let them in and trust that they're capable enough to help you move towards that goal. You know, it might be easy for you yourself to do 50 grand, but when you start moving up to 6 figures, 100,000 and up above that, You're gonna need some help. So that's what I've tasked myself with, being a better manager of not only the business, but being a better manager with my time. Setting myself up a schedule, not getting up every day and saying this is what I'm gonna do and I'm gonna do that, which is a lot of times leads me to just kind of sitting still.
Okay, you want to have a plan.
You know what I'm saying? Have a plan. If that's sitting down on Sunday, even if I can't get to Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? Have a schedule, because what really matters in this game is repetition. I can't do something for 3 days and expect it to get better. I have to make, just like you said with the gym, I'm not going to the gym to lose weight. The gym is a lifestyle.
I feel you.
So where I see myself going, I have to make the habits that I see where I'm going. I have to create habits in order to get me to that place. So, just being a manager of what I've been given, the business at church and all of that stuff, to make sure everything is running efficiently, but also be a better manager of myself. That's my big that's my big task right now.
I feel that. I feel that.
What would you say to your 13-year-old self?
Chris.
Whew.
Yeah.
What would I say to 13-year-old Chris? Boy.
Or 26-year-old Chris.
26.
Or 30-year-old Chris.
30-year-old Chris. Man, what I would say is I would tell myself what I just told myself earlier. You see what you want to be, because I was all about music then. All I wanted to do was music, and there was a lot of obstacles that come behind that. People talk bad about your gift, and you know what I'm saying? You look at somebody else and you want to compare and you want to quit. But I'm like, bro, if this is really what you want, you have to set this schedule and you got to go after it. I mean, and make it intentional. So that's what I would have done, because music might not be the thing, but me learning those habits are
So what would you say to yourself again? Because
I would say, like, you see where you want to go, construct the path to get there.
Okay.
Pay attention to what you're doing. Be intentional about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the destination that gets you,
It's all about the journey.
it's all about the journey and who you become
Along the way.
within that journey. So now whatever you learn, can't nobody take that from you.
Got you. What would you say to your 13, 23,
Ooh, man, I'll tell
21-year-old self?
Well, I just keep on going. It's gonna be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be you. Just be you, man. Just cause back then I was the youngin' of the camp, man, and I always looked it up to my older homeboys. I was the youngest one, so it's always, you know what I'm saying? I was 13, but I was doing things that 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
So I just tell them, be you, man. It's all gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so pressured. You know what I'm saying? Like be so hard on yourself. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep going.
Ask him the same question.
Yeah, what you would say?
Be patient.
Patience.
At 13, put that in there. What would you tell your 13-year-old self?
Be patient.
That's simple.
Yeah, because I thought everything had to be done today.
Mm.
Or I was behind. And I still struggle with that, with being behind. I feel like I'm behind.
That's crazy that you said
So I would say be patient. Because what's meant to happen going to happen if you put the right people in the right place doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so be patient.
But at 13, though?
I would tell I went to prison before my 15th birthday. I went to prison at 14. Yeah. I got sentenced to 10 years at 14.
Yeah, but
So I would tell my 13-year-old self, be patient. You don't need to be in a gang. You don't
Okay,
you don't
I got
need to be
okay.
this, that. You don't need to wear this. You don't need to have this.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to get this attention.
Yeah.
Be patient.
I had to lean into that because I'm like, bro, at 13,
At 13.
what we doing?
Yeah, 13.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it was him at 11. It was me at 12.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I got $50 for my 12th or 13th birthday. One of them. That's when I started selling dope. the money my grandmama sent me from her. Got me a quick 50 pack.
Wait
Look,
a
and
minute,
then
yo.
it was so much love.
Yeah.
They fronted me the pack. I
Yeah.
kept it 50.
Yeah.
Like, bring me
Yeah.
60 pack. I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, man, I think it's important that we know and we understand that we've had transitions. Sometimes we're not patient with ourselves. We've transitioned a lot and we can think we're stuck, meaning and no, there's no farther to go, or we stuck like, okay, I can't take it no more, or we've arrived like there's no more room for improvement.
I don't.
And go ahead, jump
felt
in.
all through it, like all
Yeah,
of that. I done
yeah.
felt stuck. I done felt like I can't go any further. Like what's next? You know what I mean?
And here you are right here.
Here I am, right here, right now.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't like cameras
At all.
Yeah.
You don't like people that much either, but
I mean,
you
I
know.
can deal with people, but
Yeah,
cameras always got me a case. You know,
Yeah.
my cell charge and all of that. Yeah, talking on camera.
Oh yeah, because you have zero social media too.
Nothing.
Nigga,
Wow.
you gonna have to watch this on our phone.
Wow.
That's
Hey,
funny.
that's real though.
That sure is
Yeah,
true.
yeah, for
No
real.
wonder why you kept saying, "Pop, you show, Pop, you show, you
Yeah.
wanna, yeah." Hey man, I really feel like you got like a wealth of information to share with somebody that's going through their transition. Because I'm still transitioning. Like I'm back in school and some other things that I chose not to do, that I didn't want to do. But for myself, some years from now, it may not fit my present self, but for myself, some years from now, when people ain't calling me pastor, right? There's some things I want to travel and do. So some paperwork I got to get in line to do that, right? Because I ain't dying in nobody pulpit. I ain't finna die in nobody pulpit. So I say that to say I'm still transitioning. There's people watching that's still transitioning. But you got a long way to go, bruh. But you come far.
For sure.
I want you to know that.
For sure.
I try to remind you that often. You've come far. It wasn't easy. It's not easy. But every day you get up and you work on it. What would you say to one of these cameras if nobody else was here? What would you say to those people in that camera, to that young man? You sat there with me do funerals of young people. You sat there. I've done funerals of your homeboys and your friends, family members. We've been around. We did a lot of funerals, a lot of death in the last 5 years and before. What would you say to prevent that young man or prevent that young woman or those people from dealing with that? Like, what would be your transition? I have one, but what would be your transition plan?
Or be.
Your transition plan for a person. I give you an example
Yeah,
because I know I'm putting it on you. So for me, when I was kind of talking and we were kind of putting it together, mine's was I kind of work the T's. You know how I operate. So I said, transition. If the transition will never happen if a person don't try, if a person doesn't train, if a person isn't tested. They don't count. If a person not trying, if a person's not being mentored or being trained, putting themselves in some, like, I don't want to go to school. I just know I need to be at another level of training, right? Around some other people. So unless a person will not try, people will never transition if they don't try. It's always everybody else's fault. If they don't train, right? If they're not being mentored, if they're not in a process, in a system, and if they're not tested, transition don't work. Because you don't know what you feel or how you feel about this new life until you test it with low pay, with, help from illegal friends, right? Right. Like unless you test it and tried, you don't really know, right? So that's my 3. That's my try, train, tested, and that's because I dug in, because I've been tested, I've been tried, I've been trained. Yeah. So, I mean, they ain't got to rhyme. Just what would you say to him or them
bro, it just gonna,
Look at them.
the cookie gonna crumble, bro. The cookie gonna fall in the right spot if you if you surround yourself with the right people, if you like put forth effort, I would say, man, just keep pushing and don't look back. I mean, it always worked for me. Like I always keep going. You know, I talk to you like I done
Absolutely.
been you down,
Down,
like
down.
really,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and you know what I'm saying, I just get up. Keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah, every day.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
give up.
Don't give up.
Man, that's fire, man. Thanks for
Absolutely.
thanks for hanging out with us today on camera.
Appreciate
Yeah, on
that.
camera.
We hang out. Thanks for
Yeah.
hanging out with us
Mhm.
on camera.
Definitely.
Big Chris, you got anything you want to tell the people?
Man, I think y'all boys done got it. Y'all got it.
I mean, you hooded today.
I'm
mean,
hooded today.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just tag along with what my brother said, man.
Mm-hmm.
The cookie crumble. I
gonna
like how the
crumble
cookie
and
gonna
I'm
crumble.
telling you, it's gonna
And
crumble.
it seems like everything is falling apart, but it's falling into place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just have to keep your eyes on, because we all have that inner voice, bro. Like, let's just be for real. You hear that voice saying, I want to do this. I want to try this. You know what I'm saying? Go out and do it. Keep moving towards that. That might not be the thing, but that might be the thing that leads you to the thing. Does that sound crazy?
The thing that leads you to the
The
thing.
thing that leads you
Yeah.
to the thing.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? So just keep it pushing. Keep pressing. You know, as hard as it get, just keep going, man.
Thank y'all for y'all time today.
Absolutely.
And thanks for joining the Takeaway Podcast for another week. Hey, do us a favor. Like, comment, share. Follow us. We'll follow you back. I need the numbers up. The numbers are better, but we need the numbers to go up. We need the numbers to go up. We want to reach more people. For real. We want to reach more people. And we want to transition to where we can help people at a larger scale. So we've been at this a couple years. We ain't going away unless you don't stay, unless you don't like us. So come on, like, share, YouTube, all medias where podcasts are shown, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We look forward to you. We got some stuff coming up. Some stuff in the barbershop, some stuff in the neighborhood. We got some stuff coming up. So please, some live streams and some other things. So please follow us. Just don't like the video, but follow us. Subscribe. I think the last time we looked, we were like almost at 800. We should be well over 1,500, 1,000 by the next time. I think that was on Facebook or something. No, 1,000 by the next time we look up. All right, y'all be good until next time.
So what's the takeaway? The cookie gonna crumble, but everything gonna fall in place. So don't give up, don't quit, because you'll never be able to see who you're gonna be if you stop now. I'm shifting. I'm transitioning. I'm a provider. I'm a father. I'm an influencer. I'm a friend. I'm a man of God. I'm writing a narrative, not just for me, but the future me.